Hello everybody, Memphis here, coming at you live from 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Every day for 100 days, I'll be doing with a different deck 3 times a day. Today's day 27, we're playing pretty much pure Karakuris. Well, not quite pure. We've got Karakuri Control, I should call it. We're taking a look at the old fan favorite Karakuri archetype. We've got some other things too, like Stronghold, because our monsters go defense a lot, and this Mocking the Fortress just because. And we're going to try and negate, or not so much negate, but stop our opponent from playing things with these Gozen match and Rivalry of Warlords, summon a bunch of Karakuris, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a good time. Let's get started. Alrighty, first duel's up against Bachelor. Interesting name. He must be getting married. Oh, he's not getting married. I'm getting my terms mixed up here. And we're going to try and go first. Hey, we got to go first. Alrighty, what do we got here? Decent hand, decent hand. We've got the tuner and the non-tuner, but the wrong levels. I did not put a 6 in here. Why did I not put a 6 in here? I don't know. We're just going to set some things and end our turn. And while we wait for our opponent to do things with their 9-card extra deck, I've got my daily shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to, not Upstart Goblin, our shout-out today goes to Mr. George Solanicus. Not the George that we know, but another one. There's like a second George on the channel. It's kind of weird, because now I got two Georges. They got the same name. We're up against a Morphage. Interesting. I've not seen a Morphage played in, I don't even remember how long. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, George, he recently subscribed. It kind of feels weird having two guys with the same name. I've got like the Brothers George going on. Morphages, if a Morphage is tributed to a card, okay. I can banish this card from graveyard, tribute pendulum monsters. It's the Ritual Field spell. I remember this thing. Okay, you've got the Wrath. And, let's see. Gonna go ahead and play Gozen match now. I'm pretty sure these are mostly Earth monsters, but we're just gonna play it anyway. Are they all dragons? I'm pretty sure they're mostly dragons. What does this one do? Either player can activate spells or their effects except Morphage. And due to the effect of our monster, we get to put that, we get to send it to the graveyard. But it goes to the extra deck because it's a pendulum monster. And that's what pendulums do. Alrighty. Duelist Alliance. Got Pendulum Switch, okay. Interesting. Let's see. What is so? Morphage distributed. Okay, so we need to tribute something to keep that in play. So what we're going to do, we're going to summon our tuna monster, Karakuri Komachi, model 224 Nishi. Whose main goal in here is that it gives me an extra normal summon. So we're going to summon the Samurai, Muzan Shiha. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And we're going to go for... got some options here. Let's go for Samurai Destroyer. Oh, Samurai. Speaking of samurais, who's seen Screw Attack? You know, Death Battle, all that show? I'm just saying, because they recently announced they're doing Samurai Jack versus, Afro Samurai. I remember both shows. I'm very curious to see who will win. Let's see, I could talk about it a little bit. Let me think here. Well, I mean, Samurai Jack, he's got plenty of experience. He's been fighting robot armies for like, what was it, 50 years as part of the end of the show. It was like, yeah, 50 years of fighting giant robots and giant robot armies and bounty hunters and all that sort of thing. And yeah, but the thing is that Samurai Jack is never, well, until the end of the show, he never killed like a human. So that might be a problem for him, I'm not sure. Whereas Afro Samurai is fine with killing people. And he's killed plenty of like tough dudes, but he's never fought giant robot armies as far as we're aware. So it'll be an interesting match. I'm not going to put any money on it just yet. Although I might make a reaction video to it. I haven't done that in a while for Screw Attack stuff. I used to, a little bit. But, you know, I fell out of the time at one point. I just didn't feel like getting back into it. But maybe I'll get back into it. What is this? They made another Odd Eyes monster. Tell you what, they just cannot let that thing go. Arc 5 is over. You do not need to exist, my friend. Okay. So he's trying to set that up. What is this thing? Need to play special amounts of the extra Deus cards. Yeah, but that was not pendulum summoned, so it doesn't matter. Okay, any cards sent to the graveyard banished instead. That's not so good for Samurai Destroy, because if he's destroyed, I get to... Yeah, if he's destroyed, then I get to special summon a machine from the graveyard, meaning I can summon him back. Alright, he's got things. We've got Compulse, which is nice. I know. So now he's going to bring that back. Neither player can special summon from the extra deck. It's 3,050 points, eh? That's quite a lot of points. So I can't activate my spell cards. Because I can't activate spell cards. So we're just going to end our turn. That's just all we can do right now. Amorphage is a kind of a weird deck. It's probably why I've not seen it in, like, ever, pretty much. This is actually the first time I've actually played against Amorphage. I mean, I know Goliath. Goliath's the annoying one. Nah, we're gonna save Compulse for when we need it. Oh yeah, now I can play Limiter Removal. And I probably will, yes, fall into my trap. Alright, go Limiter Removal. Double the power of our monster. And then he will take the damage. Cheap for you. And this will be destroyed. Oh, it has to be an opponent's card effect. But that's fine. Yeah, it's... opponent can activate card effect. Yeah, so that'll get destroyed. That's fine. No. No. So what I'm imagining he's going to keep doing is putting this thing back into his zone, so I can't play the spells. But they can't do much at the moment, so we're just going to set Stronghold. Let's see what he's going to do. Pendulum Switch. It's an interesting deck, Amorphage, I'll give him that much. Scapegoat. Whatever big link you make, I will stop it. And you cannot stop me from stopping it. I have Compulse. It is at 3 for a good reason. Because apparently it's important to bounce links about, I guess. I don't know. I still think it's kind of weird that they put Compulse at 3. It just seemed kind of odd. But at the same time, very appropriate. Because if your opponent takes, like, these scapegoats... Hey, Mrs. Radiant, we play that too. Yes, what was I saying? Yeah, if your opponent takes the scapegoats and things like that, it makes just like this huge, like a Skull Deed or a Firewall Dragon, and then you Compulse it. It's very disruptive. Very important to disrupt the link boarding. Question is he going to link board into something like Skull Deed? Because if he Skull Deeds, we can do the things. Let's see, no. That actually helps us, in a way, because Mrs. Radiant will boost the power of our own monsters as well. Haha, you fool, you have fallen for my evil trap. Let's see, no. Let's see. Oh yeah, he has to have an Amorphage for that effect to work. So unless he summons an Amorphage, I can play spells, and I can get rid of these. What monsters are in graveyard? Just that thing. That's fine. Run into my strong wall. 100 life points you will no longer have. No one expects Stronghold Guardian. Yeah, I thought about doing a Guardian deck, but then I thought there's not much to do. I either make Yato, something. I was thinking of, what was it? Like Dread Scythe Turbo, but then I thought, let's not sit the ground there. Activate Regek. What have you to stop my Regek? He has nothing to stop the Regek. Although he will add 2 monsters back to hand. That is fine. Alright, so now we're going to play Monster Reborn. Bring back our Samurai Destroyer. No, thank you. There you go. And then I could summon Mrs. Radiant, but I don't need to do that. Instead, I will just attack. Please play Mirror Force now. It would be funny. What is this? Amorphage Lysis. All monsters lose 100 attack defense for every Morphage card on the field. Okay. So I lose 200. Okay, fine. You can have your 200 life points. That is fine. What else is it? If a card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can place another Morphage Pendulum from your deck in the Pendulum Zone. Alright, that's an interesting effect. I think we can get around that. So far, we're doing just fine, I have to say. And I will say that in testing, Karakuris did remarkably well. You know, so more than you would expect for an old Synchro archetype. We only really need the one Link monster being Mrs. Radiant. What does this one do? Monsters can activate their effects, except the Morphage. That's fine. I don't need effects. Do you need effects? Okay, we're gonna let him do that. Because what I'm probably going to do is during the end phase we'll compulse that and then end the duel. Or if he just puts that back, we'll just, you know, attack him directly. He can do that during either's turn, can't he? That's fine, because we have Compulse. And there's Makina Fortress that was never necessary. No. No. Alright, now it's our turn to end this duel. Unless he has Battle Fader. I think, as long as this duel has been, I think we're good. Go back to your hand. And that is a clean game 1 for Karakuri. Didn't take any damage. Go away, Amorphage. You were playing good, but I played better. Let's go into the second duel. Alrighty, second duel is against El Kema. Not sure what that means in Spanish. Someone will have to... I'll translate that later. See what it means. I feel Scissors. Scissors failed me. Scissors has failed. Alright, this hand is not great. We got lots of things, but none of the things we want to really have right now. We got Regek in case of massive board. I know it was kind of cheap playing the 1 over Regek, but, oh, he has nothing. Hey, we got Nanishi. Hey, Lamau, we're gonna summon Nish. We're gonna summon Hypan. Or Hypa. Call him Hypan sometimes for some reason. And this time I could go for another Samurai, but instead we're going to go for the Shogun. The original Synchro. Used to be pretty good Synchro actually. Karakuri Shogun Model 0 Bure. Because when he is summoned, I get to summon another monster. So we're going to summon Hypa. Just so I can do a lot of damage. And now we're going to attack for a lot of damage. We'll attack first with Hypa. In case he has, like, gores or something. Hiya. Taste my samurai. That sounded oddly like an innuendo of some sort. Anyway, we're just going to end our turn. We're good. Yeah, once per turn, this guy lets me change a monster's battle position. Not during my turn, sadly, but if he tries to go defense... Oh. It's just a lava golem. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take some damage. Not a big deal. We're going to set this. We're going to summon Kuik. I'm imagining he's got a Battle Fader, but we're going to attack anyway. No Battle Fader. Alright, that was the worst stall burn deck in history. Kind of a free win, but we did some things, and we summoned a Bure. So second duel is a win. Let's go for the third and final duel. Okay, everybody be quiet. We're up against Ghost Player. Okay, enough of that. This hand is terrible, but we've got rivalry of warlords, and we've got things to stop things. So, at the very least, if our opponent goes off for a while, we can at least, possibly stop them a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Depends what they're playing. They're 43 card main deck. Could be counter fairies. Sadly, I don't think this will work against counter fairies, but I'm going to play it anyway, because I can. Yeah, no, just in case. Yeah, see, he's playing counter fairies. Of course you are. If you negate the activation of a spell trap or monster effect, add a light fairy from deck to hand. Okay. He's going to run over my stronghold, which is not great, but is, fine. Let's see, what counter might this be? Hey, we got a counter card too. We're going to set that for later. We're just going to see what this guy does. Freaking counter fairies had to come here and ruin the fun. I mean, I'm presuming this is counter fairies. Normally, counter fairies have a guiding Ariadne out by now. And at least 3 other counter traps. Alrighty, we've got machines. This isn't the best move, but it's the only move we've got. Let's go with Machina Fortress. Salem Strike. I say thee nay. No strike for you. My trap is better. Alright, Machina Fortress. Run it over with your treads. Yeah, once you get over the counter traps of counter fairies, there ain't much they can do. No, we don't need a monster reborn this thing. That's fine. We're all good. I don't think he has too many things to get over this. Unless there's a counter trap card that says negate an opponent's attack and then destroy the attacking monster. Oh, it's Jack Knights. Okay, so if you destroy this, I get to destroy one of your cards, right? I don't think you knew that, so we're gonna try and destroy another card. Go away, Parshath, reincarnation card. Alright, our turn again. Ooh, cash. Can't use cash now. We're gonna play Monster Reborn. Bring back our big monster. Maybe. This is probably another counter trap. What am I saying? Of course it's a counter trap. Oh. Interesting. Did not negate. So this is Jack Knight counter fairies. Oh, okay, what is this? Target level 5 hard monster graveyard special summon it. When it leaves the field, destroy the monster. Negate the effect of blah blah blah. Do you want to continue the battle? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna ram this into that. They'll both be destroyed and I'll just get rid of this. And then we're gonna set this and scare him and see where it goes. This is a pretty good back and forth, I'll tell you what. More than I was expecting from counter fairies. Even if they do have a Jack Knights. Let me guess. That is a solemn judgment. I take it back. It's Azure. You can special summon this. You can animate Knight. Oak doke. Sadly, do not have any high-level Karakuris to discard to summon this. If you don't know about Machina Fortress, you can discard some cards in order to bring them back. Sadly, I have no choice but to Dark Hole and hope it works. Hey, Dark Hole worked. Oh wait, he has another Jack Knight. So it doesn't matter. Nanishi is too late. I'm dumb. I'm dumb and I'll explain why I'm dumb real quick. Before we go into the end screen. I should have summoned this and played Cash. I completely forgot I played Cash. That's bad. So what I could have done is summon this. You activated this to add another Karakuri. This will go to defense mode. Then I could have summoned the Karakuri and attacked. So even if this is a counter trap, I'm gonna. No, this is probably a counter trap. So I lost. Partly on my own fault and partly just, no, it's all my fault. Let's just go to the end screen. So there we have it, everybody. Karakuri's 2018 went 2 out of 3. Even though that third duel could have been a 3 out of 3, but let's leave the password is. Karakuri's did surprisingly well in 2018. Even though we didn't go up against like link boarding or a lot of other, modern things. I think we did okay. I think the deck could have handled decks like those given the right situation. And hopefully you saw how cool Karakuris can be. You didn't see all their faults. The one fault they had that I didn't mention is they're in attack mode, they have to attack. So that never came up, but that's the thing. But it didn't matter because we won 2 out of 3. So thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below what you thought of Karakuris. And I will see you tomorrow for, I've got the list here. Ooh, my all trap deck, which is trappy. So I'll see you there. Thank you, everybody.